Hey everybody, TrinfiniteX here, back with some more Tears of the Kingdom, 100%. Michael, hey, how's it going? Okay. How are you? How's Skyward Sword going? Okay. So, it's good to see you, Michael. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you, buddy. I hear you. I expect today's stream to be quiet, too. Got lost a lot. And Skyward Sword? It's a super linear game, though. Where'd you get lost in? I am still not doing 100%, well, no, I'm doing 100% in this game, but I'm not doing like 100% like health-wise. Like, I'm still coughing from time to time. So you may hear me cough a bit, or you may hear me turn off the mic so I can cough and not have it on the recording. It seems to be that my body likes to cough now whenever I try to be productive. But then it's fine when I'm just sitting around doing nothing. So, yeah. I'm in the final phases of a very annoying cold. Trying very much to avoid coughing and just, like, swallowing a lot. I'm gonna be drinking a lot of water. Not because I'm dehydrated, but because I don't want to cough. Anyway. So how about that announcement? Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, I'll talk about that in just a second, Duck Game. How are you doing today? It's good to see you, buddy. Let me quickly go ahead and mention something. You may notice something a little strange about my inventory. And that is that I have a lot of Master Swords in here. I'm glad to hear it, Duck Game. So, basically, what happened was, I decided that what I wanted was, like, the best Master Sword I could get for each of the most useful effects in the game. So I've got just regular damage here for just quick and easy use. I have the Molduga Jaw version over here for when I really want to get serious with the bone proficiency and all that. These are elemental versions of the Master Sword. So with the Gleeok parts attached, they have infinite access to each of the elements, and then I have the cannon version. So a Master Sword with literally just a cannon stuck to it, so I have infinite explosives. In fact, this doesn't even consume power. Oh, actually it does. Oh, never mind. It's funny, when I first originally made it, it didn't. Oh, but you know what happened? It's probably because I re-equipped it and now it does. Okay, but still, the point is the cannon will never break, and I can just keep using it forever. So I have effectively unlimited explosives. Now, the reason I have 2 of each one, and this is what will tie into Duck Game's question, the reason I have 2 of each one is because I was eventually expecting them to release Master Mode or something like that for Tears of the Kingdom. And I was thinking of transferring over 1 copy of each of these to that file, assuming a way to transfer between files was ever found. Well, about that. So, Nintendo has announced that there's probably not going to be any DLC for Tears of the Kingdom, which is a real shock, seeing as how they could at least do Master Mode, I feel. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff they could do, and Aonuma and Fujibayashi were both like, oh, we're out of ideas. We don't really know what else to do in this world. And I'm just like, you're kidding, right? Better underwater? Or how about Master Mode? Or some other, like, some trials, like Trial of the Sword, like, basically... Or how about some more story? Like, I would even go for basically just them doing a copy of what they did in Breath of the Wild. But, like, seriously. Go ahead and pose your question, Avalon. It's good to see you, too. How are you? Where are the Divine Beasts? There's the story we're missing. What happened to all the Sheik attack? That's a great question. I'm a little shocked that they're basically talking like they're not going to do any DLC for this game. I am genuinely surprised, given how there's definitely plenty of opportunity for DLC. There is no shortage of opportunity. I'm especially just shocked by the fact that they said they were out of ideas for this world, for this version of Zelda. I'm just like, you're kidding me, right? How could you possibly be out of ideas for this? Literally, like, the traveling underwater thing is a thing you had in previous games. How could you possibly not have any ideas left? You haven't even used all your old ideas yet, let alone any new ones. Oh, are you... And as for... Are you talking about Wonder Duck Game? Oh, that's right. You weren't here for... Oh, there it is. You weren't here last stream when I talked about Wonder. The voice stuff? What voice stuff are we talking about? Are you talking about, wait, the voice stuff like the little flowers in Wonder? And how they say things when you get near them or whatever? Well, yeah, Charles Martinet is retiring. He's been the voice of Mario forever. And as much as it is very sad to see Charles Martinet go, like, I understand why he's going. He's an old man with an accomplished career, by the way, as more than just Mario. He has a lot of different roles that he's done. Like, I get it. The man wants to retire. That makes sense. So like I said, sad to see him go, but... There we go. Okay, you may have to reference me to whatever video it is that you're talking about, because I saw the announcement that Charles Martinet was being replaced. I did not see... Yeah, I did not see anything else. Okay, I just saw, a quick announcement. I didn't see any, like, videos or anything about it. Let's go ahead and get this guy here. Despite this new evidence, I'm still predicting they will make another game in this world. You know, the funny part, Avalon, is that they said they might. They said if they can think of another reason to come back to this version of Hyrule, they will. But as of now, they said they can't think of any reason to do so, like that they're out of ideas for this world. So, but the point is they left the door open for that possibility. They didn't outright say no. Didn't expect them to reveal each and every secret? I mean, Zelda's series lives by the mystery. Oh, you talking about the Sheikah stuff? I mean, I was kind of hoping they would try to correct some of their lazy writing, but, you know. This is Nintendo we're talking about. And, you know, it's funny, I was just watching a video about Splatoon 3. And, ooh, interesting. And how Splatoon 3 wasn't initially what people wanted it to be either. Like, I think people were complaining about Splatoon 3 that, like, it's just now, a year later, starting to get updates and features that Splatoon 2 already had. And it's finally getting, like, new maps and things, but, like, there's still some issues with some of the maps and the designs and the layouts and things. And, like, you have to grind forever in that game to get anything you want. And it's just like, okay, so if Splatoon is not doing super well, Zelda's not getting DLC, Mario Wonder is coming out soon, but, like, their trailer revealed everything about it already. Prime 4 is nowhere to be seen. Like, I don't know, it feels like Nintendo's in a bit of a lull right now, where they think they can... where they think they can give us, like, incomplete games. Like, Pokemon is not... Yeah, Pokemon was a huge disappointment this generation, but then again, their DLC for it's coming out next week. But yeah, it just feels like... Yeah, there's not much hype for the DLC of Pokemon because the base game is not that great. So it feels a lot like Nintendo's in a bit of a lull right now, where they're giving us either poor quality games or they're not actually giving us any additional content for the good games they have, like Zelda. Yeah, it's Wednesday, Duck Game. I am literally playing Tears of the Kingdom on like this week, primarily to stall until next week, so that I can so that we can play the DLC for Pokemon. We're gonna do that, and then after that, I'm thinking probably Fusion and Metroid Prime Remastered. I'm finally. I was kind of hoping to wait till it, like, goes on sale or something, but, like, I'm just... Or till Prime 2 gets remastered, but I'm starting to just get to the point where it's just like, I just want to play it. Because I saw that there are some glitches that I can do to have some fun with it, so now it's starting to look more and more like it's worth it. If keys born of water to the 3 altars, the shrine will appear. Heed these words and offer keys to all 3 altars to reveal the sacred shrine. Eh? Keys born of water. Sidon, can you help us with this? Three properly sized ice squares? Oh. Well, I appreciate you telling me that because that would have taken a minute to guess. I mean, actually, here's what we can do. Thing wants ice cubes. All right. As it so happens. We can just gather these 3 up. Eh? Oh, they don't wanna... Oh, I see. Where are they going? Why are they slipping down this way? Why are they melting, too? Seems like they're melting. They shouldn't be. Why would they melt? Oh, it's because they're sliding down the hill, probably. I think I get what they're asking for. Is that what they want? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay. Let's see if this works. The smallest one. No, it needs to be smaller. Okay. Does my flame Gliok one... It does. Okay, it does melt things a bit. There we are. Oh, you remember this shrine? Yeah. This is definitely interesting and unique. I appreciate this puzzle. Perfect. Oh. Oh, and then it spawns up there. Okay, I was expecting, like, the wall to open up and there'd be one underground. But alright. Guess that works too. I'm just now getting around to this shrine because I'm focusing on everything by region. Dealing with main objectives first. Fair enough. Fair enough. There's a bunch of different ways to create ice cubes. Yeah, yeah, Avalon, I kind of agree with you. I feel like Nintendo's just trying to rush out as many games as they can, and they're just trying to get our money. They're not really worried about the quality of what they're producing anymore. I mean, except for this game, it seems to be all right. They're just trying to get as much money as they can out of us. It's a real shame that we're going back to that attitude after... just after what happened with the Wii U, you know? Just after the previous generation didn't perform so spectacularly, and you know, it looked like they learned at first with the Switch and all the games they gave us, but instead it seems they have not. Yeah, the Mario RPG remake, I think that's October alongside Wonder, I thought. Oh, that's right, I can do this for projectiles now too, if I'm at full health. Why don't I just do that? Duh. Oh. Alright. Let's see where this one's going. I'm not sure. That'd be good to confirm, though, Duck Game. If you can look that up real fast. I think it comes out in October. I do appreciate them re-releasing higher quality versions of older games, but seems like Nintendo's newer releases lately have been meeting with mixed reviews. Let's go over here, gather these, fall into the pit there to make sure we have the chasm on our map, and then we'll jump up and grab the shrine. I just don't want to go into the shrine until I'm done with the bike. There we go. Wonder is October 20th. RPG Remake is November 17th. Okay. Yeah, that works. I'll eventually get around to those games. Maintain that the first Pokemon game that actually has modern animation practices will be a colossal leap forward in quality. Possibly. So, Michael, where did you get lost in Skyward Sword? You never did say what part of Skyward Sword did you get lost in. What are we doing here? Oh, there it is. Ah, oh, wasn't recharged. There we go. Wasn't too bad anyway. Imagine if the most recent Pokemon game had animations like Final Fantasy 16. Oh my gosh. I mean, okay, but like, that would be a weird art style choice. That's the problem, Avalon. Like, I've seen Final Fantasy 16. It's one of the best Final Fantasies they've produced in a long, long time. And I think the real issue is not the quality of the animation, but rather that I don't know if that animation would work very well for Pokemon. New Pokemon Snap. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I guess that's a better comparison. I'm just saying that's the upward level of potential right now. Yeah, that's true. Alright. Down we go. Okay, I think we might already have had that chasm, but I just wanted to make sure we had it. It's very important. Are there any groves around here? Just want to make sure we're not missing anything on our map, because that's going to be the real pain. Like, the Korok seeds actually aren't going to be that big of a deal, but like, filling out our map locations is going to be a challenge with all the different groves and things that are down here that we probably missed. But let's go back up to the surface and get this shrine done. Pokemon in that game had such emotion. Honestly felt like it was an actual safari trip with Pokemon instead of real animals. That sounds neat. Now, let's see if they can work that into the next game. Imagine the new Pokemon Snap, but you can actually walk around in it like it's Gen 9. Like it's a full single world for you to explore. Like it's an open world with the same graphical quality as that. Gonna lurk now. Fair enough, Michael. Thank you very much for coming. As usual, it's a pleasure having you. Trin of the Kingdom. It's been good seeing you, Michael. Rest well. I feel open world is just fine. I don't feel that it's necessarily overrated or underrated. What am I doing? Here we go. Hey, time tree. How's it going? Okay, hold up. It's not so much that it's bad, but more, what are you giving up for that open world, and is it worth it? Well, see, if the open world design is executed correctly, you shouldn't have to give up anything for it. But that's the problem. Executing it correctly, and Nintendo thus far has demonstrated that it's not really the best at executing it properly. Like, I guess Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are pretty good, but they could still use improvement, and yeah, Scarlet and Violet are definitely not executed properly. Hey, Michael, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you for the 2 months. You are fantastic, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Has anyone executed it properly? Well, to be fair, I haven't played every open world game that's out there, so I can't say for certain. All I can say is that, like, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are both close. They're just lacking in a few key areas. Ah, oh, it's a balloon. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Time Tree said it right there, like exploring the ocean. Why is there no underwater travel when every other previous 3D Zelda has had it? There's really no reason to exclude it. And that's just one thing, for sure. There's more. But that's certainly a notable one, I feel. Yeah, so, yeah, Time Tree. So we have already talked about the announcement that they're not planning any DLC for this game, which I feel is a tragic waste. Like, that just does not make any sense. Like, they could at least do Master Mode. I don't know why they can't at least do Master Mode, but... No, it's not a mistranslation, and it's not rumors. They did an interview with Famitsu magazine. It's real. Like, they might come back and do DLC. Like, they did say there was a possibility, like, if they think of something else to put in the game, that they might come back with DLC for it. But, like, they also said they can't think of anything else to put in, despite the fact that Master Mode isn't in the game. So it's kind of tragic and ridiculous that they can't think of anything else when they haven't even used up all their old ideas. And the more I see, the more I hear and see of, you know, news like that, it's just like, you know, if only the developers actually paid any attention to their customers. Okay, but the truth is they don't. Like most Japanese companies or Asian countries in general, they don't care. They don't care what their customers think, what their users think. They just don't. They're not interested in the community's reaction. As long as we give money, they don't care. But as soon as we do, yeah, as soon as we give them any money, they stop caring. They only care when their products fail. That's when they ask, like, you know, what went wrong here? But then when things go well, they never check to see, you know, why we responded the way we did. Yeah. The concept of open world has been around since the old, like the original Zelda. So technically open world has been around for ages, but executing it well is, well, first of all, it's subjective, and second of all, it can be a challenge, depending on what kind of game you want. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like, honestly, 16 is the best Final Fantasy since 10, excluding the MMOs. I can completely agree with that. And even, honestly, I think it's the best one since 9. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of 10. 10 is meh. I'd put 16 over 10. There we go, there's your rock back. That's true, remake though. I guess. So you're a fan of 10, are you? Despite how idiotic Titus is? Or Titus, or however you want to pronounce his name? Oh, it looks like it shook it, but didn't actually destroy it. Oh, you're a 13 fan? Really? You mean you're a fan of having your entire party wiped if the main character goes down, even though the rest of your party is still there, and no Final Fantasy has ever done that before or since? You love walking through hallways with characters that are ripoffs of Final Fantasy VII? Like less compelling versions of 7? I mean, you can like whatever you want, Duck Game. But I genuinely don't get it. Ooh. Random place for those to be. Okay. I mean, everybody comes to games for different reasons. Oh, it just hadn't loaded in yet. That explains. Come on. Well, actually, what am I doing? Just do this. Come here. There we go. I mean, I thought 13-2 had a much more compelling villain, to be honest. I would have said I like 13-2 more. But then again, I only ever watched the stories. That was the whole point for me. Not saying 13-2 was great, I'm just saying it seemed better than the original 13, or 13-3. You really like to take on the job classes they did? Also, there's a 13... You didn't know there's a 13-3? Yeah? That is the thing that exists. Look it up. It's there. Yeah, I didn't... I haven't played it, so I can't say for sure, but I didn't hear anything positive about the gameplay and the reviews that I saw for 13. Okay, the question is, where's the Korok seed? Is it below me or above me? It might be above. Yeah, 10-2 was very weird. 10-2 was not good. The only good thing about 10-2 was fixing the ending to 10. That was about it. Things got weird, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, but most people as far as I know, most people agree that 13 was not a terribly great Final Fantasy. 14 is the best since sliced bread, apparently, and 15 was handled very poorly. 12 was Final Fantasy Star Wars. It was very memey. Eleven was their previous online game, and yeah, then there's 10. Which I am not personally a huge fan of. Oh, I saw it. I saw it on the way down. It's over here. Come here. You don't. Let me out. Ah! Okay, fine. There we go. Yeah, 7 was... 7 was the best, but 7 is old. Like, that's the thing. It's kind of have to give 7 some slack for being as old as it is. But 7 Remake is fixing that problem. One installment at a time, as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, I agree. 8 was a half-finished mess. 8 was garbage. It started out with a lot of promise, but it ended up being trashed, unfortunately. Oh, you don't like 7 Remake? Avalon? Really? Why wouldn't you like 7 Remake? It's fantastic. It's not a remake, starting with that. Well, I mean... it sort of is, but the second part is called Rebirth, so, like... they have acknowledged that they are changing the story. But the initial part did go the same way that the beginning of 7 went. Until, like, the very end. Here's your rock back. But honestly, this is just an opportunity to retell the story, but better. I hope. Alrighty. Kind of work our way up there through here, I think, yeah. The gameplay is actually awful? Really? Why would you say that? It looks fine to me. It looks fantastic. have you played it, Avalon? Do you own 7 Remake? I'm just curious. You do? Okay. Huh. Alright. I'll admit to being a little surprised. I have heard few to no negative opinions on 7 Remake, to be honest. Everybody I've ever watched seems to have a pretty positive opinion of it. And that takes care of that. Well, when I get around to playing it, we'll see. Is it worse than Advent Children? Let's not get ahead of ourselves now. Starting to cough a little bit. So if you have 7 Remake, Avalon, do you have 16 as well? Okay. You don't plan on playing 16? Really? Huh. Okay. Just curious, why not? I mean, just a minute ago you were saying how it looks like it's better. Yeah, that's what I was just... Yeah, Duck Game's pointing it out already. Oh? Main character's name is Clive, and that just makes you crack up? Really? Okay, I'm not sure I get the joke, but if you say so. Oh, look, a cave. Oh, do I want to go in or do I want to keep Korok-ing? Well, let's just go in now. Yeah, I'm not sure I understand what's... That depends. If you think it's inappropriate, send it in Discord first. There we go. Fair enough. Go ahead then, if you would like. definitely don't need that. We just need the frog. Where's the frog? Come out, wherever you are. Froggy friend. Oh, that's the entrance. Oh. Oh, Radiata Knights? Or Radiata Stories, okay. Alright. So there's another character named Clive in another video game that you have that ruins the name Clive for you, huh? Oh, I see. Alright. Fair enough. What am I missing here? Just checking. Yeah, that's what I thought. What am I missing here? Where is it? I'm looking for like... Looking for it on the ceiling. Looking for like... a hole in the wall somewhere. Oh, here we go, here we go. There it is, wow, alright. Got it. There we go. Well, that wouldn't, yeah. Even if we had a way to track the frog, it wouldn't necessarily have helped me to find something below me. I was standing on top of it. That wouldn't have shown me the entrance to that little cave there. Okay, but we got it now. Is my bike still outside? Probably not, knowing this game, but I can try. I can have hope. And I can also be disappointed. Alright. Yeah. I mean, there's a way to fix it, but it would cost me more materials than I want to spend. Go this way. The only thing they did was increase the length to be like 0.01 second longer when chasing a moving creature. Then it still will disappear. Me when I see a shiny Pokemon in the background while already catching a shiny. I'm happy we can have discussions instead of arguments, too. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. I can just do that. Midgar is the world, right? You say they padded it out too much? There's your rock back. Again, I've only watched 16. I haven't actually played it, so if you say there's too much padding, I mean, I can probably believe that. Oh, you're talking about... Oh, okay. You're talking about FF7. Okay. Yeah, it did seem like there was a lot of side quests, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I mean, it depends on what the rewards are for the side quests. Depends on whether or not it's really worth it. Ooh. This one might be a little tricky to obtain. Okay, you can stop with the rain now, game. Look at that. And it listened. It actually listened. Okay, this slope is really getting annoying here. There we go. I guess. I mean, I like the fact that that 7 Remake expands on the lore in the world and makes it all seem so much bigger. I appreciate it, to be honest, that they went to all the trouble to make the world more expansive. And the dialogue and the lore is actually built up a bunch more. There's a giant cave right there. Hello. Oh, we are so exploring that. Just give me a second. Genuinely don't care about 90% of the characters in the game. Well, I mean, alright. If you don't care about FF7's characters... There's your rock back. What are you playing for? Like, what do you care about? Because that's one of the bigger draws of the game, I would say. You like FF7's characters, you don't like Remake's characters. You don't like the way they were remade? I think they did a good job. Mostly. Yeah, I think they're the same people, but more expansive. Feels like they... Feels like they did was FMA 2003, eh? What FMA 2003 did and made a bunch of early characters that aren't very interesting. Were never meant to be anything other than one-offs into main characters? Oh, Full Metal Alchemist? Okay. I don't know. I felt they were the same people, but better, to be honest. I felt it was an improvement for the most part. Again, I don't know about the padding and the side questing, but as far as the main story was concerned, I didn't see any problems with it. Oh, couldn't stop the combo in time. Didn't see the bomb flower till it was too late. Oh, my bike actually stayed there. Alright, neat. Can I retrieve it? Hey. Well, you know. Oh, that was probably not smart. That was decidedly not a very good move. I should have done that differently. In fact, I should just put it in the water and launch from the water. That'll probably work out better. There's a talus. There's a frog. From what I've seen and heard of Full Metal Alchemist, that is true. Like, Brotherhood is apparently way, way, way better. Oh, it leads out here, huh? Okay. Ah, I see. Well, this is actually perfect. I can just go up here, do what I was gonna do earlier. Coughing is starting to pick up. Might be time for a break soon. so I don't kill myself. Here we go. Whoa. Oh, come on. Really? Should I just build a new one? I feel like I should just build a new one. Oh, here's a bunch of these. That's nice. Guys, get out of the way. Alright. So I take it you're... So I take it you're a fan of Kingdom Hearts' gameplay, then? I mean, having never played, I can't really judge it too much, but it didn't seem like it was that amazing. It seemed fine. Or at least 3's seems fine. I don't know about 1 and 2. Like 2 where you have to unlock dodge roll, but live action. I still can't believe they're doing a live action adaptation of One Piece. Like, how the heck are they supposed to pull that off? Curious. Really? So you think it got worse over time, then? You like Kingdom Hearts 1, you like 2's gameplay and 3's pirate level? Really? You think it got worse? Because you seem to be liking less and less of it. Just got CGI, the rubber fighting. Oh, I see. Did some CGI work, eh? I mean, I guess that's fair. What else were they supposed to do, really? And then one down here, apparently. Yep, there it is. Sniped a bird. Here's your rock back. And now, with those two taken care of, Yeah, we're making good progress. I should have got that on the... I'm upset I didn't get that one. Feels like one I should have got already. Can maybe make our way back and get some things. Yeah, we can fly. Why not? But I do think it's about time for some music. Ugh. Some music of our own. These gentle piano themes are nice, but only for so long, and we have a lot more Koroks to collect. Let's see what we get. Alright. I guess that works. Change the main character's outfit from flip-flops to sneakers because it was painful in the actor's feet. Yeah, I could imagine. I could imagine that being rough for whoever's playing Luffy. Whoa. So what's the expectation here? Three apples in the same thing? Yeah, okay. Alright, alright. It's different at least. It's not a copy and pasted puzzle. What I can tell anyway. It's an old map location that's good to have. Pick it up. Let's go back and get these. So it may not be the most efficient route, but it's still fine. It's right here on this bridge. I think it's under the bridge, right? I thought it was. Oh, there it is, yeah. I was right. Somehow I didn't see that the first time. Honestly, I'm not watching too much anime right now. Like, I'm watching Bleach, but, quality of the writing is a little poor in this final season. And I kind of knew it would be, but it's even more disappointing than I thought. I do occasionally still watch One Piece. I should rock back. But honestly, its writing is also getting a little disappointing in certain ways. There's not much in the way of anime currently that I'm really interested in. Addison, hello. And it looks like an easy one, too. Surprised I don't already have this one. So we've been talking a lot about like Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy and all that, but what have you guys actually been playing lately? Takes care of that Addison sign. Perfect. Perfect landing. Also, lovely music. Here's the good stuff. Waterfall without a cave? Amazing. It's like one of this game's favorite things to do. Oh, okay, it's not as far up as I thought. Just a short way. Alright. Yeah, okay. Do need to find a place. I'm starting to cough a bunch. Yeah, let's grab that isolated one over there, and then... Yep. That'll about do it. Go ahead and take a break. Pause the music right there because I'm just going to pick this up and head to break here, so... Alright. We have done a lot of collecting today. There's your rock back. Where'd it go? Bike? Come on now. Where'd it go? How? Like, I'm thinking it slid down the slope, but then where is it? Where did you go? I swear this game sometimes. Alright. Well, in that case, now's definitely the best time to go ahead and go to break. Yeah, I'm gonna warp over here. Well, where's a good place? Actually, we'll warp up there and dive down on it. Perfect. I'm gonna warp up here and go to break. I will see you guys in just a minute. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. So, if there's no DLC coming out for this, then maybe I will get, like, maxed out outfits and everything. Because if there's no DLC coming out for this, then basically, once I 100% this, there won't be hardly any reason for me to bother playing it ever again. Or maybe I'll play it, like, one more time at some point in the future. Like, it's really sad to see a game like this have no longevity because no DLC. Because it feels like Tears of the Kingdom could have so much more longevity than it looks like it's going to end up getting. Yeah, the lack of DLC is very, very sad. Okay, I'm gonna assume it's a flower. Something. Like there's a bear over there. Just gonna get rid of everything that's in our way here. Look around and see if we spot any flowers, any Korok flowers trying to be sneaky and hide around here. Like, what's the deal? There is supposedly a Korok right here, but I don't see anything. It starts from way far away or something. I mean, I can just come back to it later if it's not going to present itself at a reasonable pace. I'll just move along without it then. If it comes to that. Ain't got all day, so just look around here real quick. Okay. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't get it. So we're just gonna move on without it and come back to it later on. Maybe if we have another break, I'll look it up. for now, let's just get the ones that we know we can get nice and easy. Oh, I see. All right. It's one of those. Go. Armored carps. Apparently I somehow didn't have those. Now it's time for another bike. Come back here. Come back here. There we go. I feel like it should try to pull from my inventory of parts before it attempts to pull from my zonite. You shouldn't have to necessarily pull out every piece, I feel, and then assemble it. Gotcha. Hey, look, a Hinox. Yeah, there we go. There's a bike. Get rid of that. Aw. Well, okay. That was rude. Destroying my bike like that. Sitting on my bike. Okay. Well. Again, apologies for the coughing. There we go. I still have plenty of bows. We'll eventually talk about these 5-shot bows here. And why they're not quite as good as advertised. There we go. Now we can start moving towards Hateno. And we can get some more music playing. There's your rock back. We already cleared these guys. I guess we could clear them again. Why not? Easy. Oh, nice save. Good job, Ghost Army. What's this over here? Next to the bees. Is it on the chimney? There we go. There we go. Ah, nope, too far. Here we go. Those. Go over there, and then we can go up through the hole to get the ones on the top. Come on, go down and turn. Got so many spare Korok seeds. I cannot believe they're out of ideas for what else to give us. Honestly, that's what they need to give us. They need to give us more inventory slots. Like, I can't believe that they're like, oh, we're out of ideas of what to put in DLC. You've got a whole other row in swords and shields and a couple in bows you could give us for all these extra Korok seeds. Or give it to us for something else. I mean, whatever. Like, what do you mean there's nothing else to give us DLC for? There's tons of stuff. Yeah, there's plenty of things they could give us DLC for. They're just losing their minds. They're losing their creativity. How they could be creative enough to come up with all this and still somehow not be understanding enough to give us things, just basic things that we want. Or things they've already given us in previous titles. Boggles the mind, I say. Something at the base of this. Right? Oh, there we go. Let's see, can I ascend through here? Of course not. Why would I expect that? Alright. We're making progress towards Hateno. I mean, in theory. If I wanted to. I could just warp to Hateno and start over there now. No, there's still this one over there. I need to grab that first. Are there any sky islands I could abuse? Not especially. I mean, I could sort of do that one, but it's a very roundabout way of doing it. For now, at least, we can just go this way. Well, I remember this place from Breath of the Wild. That is for certain. Oh, there it is. Sand, of course. And this cave over here. Because of course there is. Oh, what's this? Excuse me. Treasure sleeps beyond the path shown by the stone statues. Okay, it's another Misko's treasure thing, and it looks like... And it looks like a maze! Alright, time to pull out the bomb sword. Infinite explosives. Pointing right here. Are we expected to ascend there? Or... Well, no, these ones are pointing over there, so... This way, I guess? For the treasure? quickly wipe out these guys. So actually, the highest DPS in the game is this. The plus 10 attack, message not found sword with the Frost Gleeok Horn produces the highest damage in the game if you're fighting an enemy that can be frozen. So like this guy right here. Took him out in 5 hits. Whereas I'm pretty sure with any other setup, it would take more than that. It would actually be 4 hits if I was Fierce Deity. I hate how I can't properly lock on with the cannonballs. That's unfortunate, but it's fine. Can't carry any more meals. Saying it's this way. There it is. But I'm guessing we need to go through here to get around. And then maybe ascend. What? Uh, 1, 3, and 5. All right. Trying to give me different paths to follow. Maybe one leads to the frog. Got a chance to turn around. Oh. Surely does. Take it. Well, I could probably Master Sword beam it. Oh, and that was... Wow. There's actually an entrance right up there, and I just didn't even see it. This music makes me nostalgic for Gen 8. I mean, let's see. What's in door number 2 here? Dead end. Good thing we're able to go back. I thought it might be this one. Perfect. Yeah, and we can see the 3 statues from the other side of the gate, so actually should have already known. Hey, the barbarian helm. Neat. Don't think I'll ever upgrade it, but I'll take it. Let's see if I can dive down on some of those Korok seeds. Although this is going to be a bit strange. Also, this is very high up to go for just a few Korok seeds over there. Zonite stuff over here if we want it. I don't care. Lava that isn't hot all over the floor. Oh, just a bit shy. Able to get up. Link, come on now. Just let me out of here. Suppose you'll let me go. There we go. Surely. Oh, well, I mean, okay, fine, but then this. There we go. That's what I want to see. Outside. Outside near the top. Okay, we're not facing the right way, though. Go the other way. There we are. Should be good now. Right on target. Was that worth it? I think it was. Just because it was more fun than slowly flying over here. There we go. Unfortunately, we've got some more carrying to do. We have to build another bike. Like so. Alright, where's the little guy? Yep, there he is. Needs to reach his friend. They all do. Okay, this I think they did reuse too much. To carry me to this place or that place, Korok. This I could have done without so many of. Back. Just gonna grab this on the way. There we are. So you guys playing anything while watching the stream? What are you guys up to? Anything fun? That. Be in Hateno. Down there? Oh, we've already done that.
turn around briefly. Get those two stragglers. Before we stop here in Hateno. Let's see. Oh, one of them's in a camp, it looks like. Oh, great. Maybe not. Okay, one's down there, and the other one's even lower. Okay, never mind. It's not as bad as I thought. There we go. Where are you? Oh. Okay. Got it. Anything in here, or is it outside? There's a random treasure chest here. What's in here? Eh. That'll get replaced later. Okay, so it is an obvious one. Fine. Let's take care of these. And then there's a bunch in Hateno itself to actually take care of, so we won't need any music for this particular section. We're getting close to some shrines, though, so soon we'll be able to take a break from Korok seeds. We have collected a lot. The last Guardian. Like, seriously. This is the only Guardian in the entire game. The last of its kind. Sitting atop Hateno's Tech Lab. Kinda crazy. Wonder if he knows what happened to the rest. Tried to write us out of existence, but I survived. Actually, if this is about to work the way I think it's about to. Probably just go down here. Get the Korok seed, and then it'll probably want me to fly back up to Hateno. Because that would make the most sense. I think. Be the most annoying way for this to go. So it's probably the way that it will go. Korok seed? Message in a bottle? Uh... Follow the trail of bright bloom. Comes back to the cave. You gotta help me out. Okay. Trail of bright blooms. I'm looking for a Korok. Where are you hiding? By any chance? Is it this? No? Okay. Seemed like the only fruit available, so... Oh, arrows. Top of this tree? Yeah, top of this tree. Okay. And I was apparently wrong. Guess the Korok is gonna want to come down here or something. That's interesting. Okay, but also there's this cave. What trail? Is that it? Is that what they're trying to get me to do? Do I want to do this right now? Well, I mean, I need a bike anyway. Fine. I guess we could go ahead and help this person out, I suppose. Is there a control stick around here? I thought there was a control stick around here. I see a fan. Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. Haha. It'll be easier to see at night anyway. Just leading over to that. It's quite a lengthy trail. And this guy squeezed out a lot more than some bright blooms. Very long flight. Where is this taking us? All the way over there, it looks like, to the other side of this mountain. Ah. Well, I was gonna get this eventually anyway, so suppose it's not the worst thing in the world to take this little detour. And there's our cave. Get up there, Link. Come on. There's quite the current coming out of it. Let's see if I can sneak in here. Low above the water. Aha. And there we go. You just watch someone load up Topaz and a 5-shot bow and fire it at point-blank range to predictable results. What, killing himself? Because gemstones deal an absurd amount of damage? I was about to say, there's only 2 predictable results, and that's he was either wearing... Yeah, either he was wearing the Thunder Helm or he wasn't wearing the Thunder Helm. It really is that simple. There's no middle ground. If you're not wearing it, you take a ton of damage. If you are wearing it, you should be fine. Oh. That's not what I thought I would find in here. Okay. But where is it, though? It's Froggy. Oh, there it is. Aha! Oh, looks like there's a couple holes, actually. Oh, gosh. I didn't see these at all. Oh, I have to be full health. I mean, why not? Oh, was that not enough? There we go. Alright, I'll keep that in mind, too. If I want to use Master Sword. Well, okay then. That takes care of some things. I need to, yeah, I actually want to go up there anyway to clear these out. I mean, although it looks like it's time for more music then. How appropriate. Perfect music. And you rock back. I really should play Ocarina on stream at some point, just because I haven't done it. Eventually, when all the newer games are done, we'll go back and do older Nintendo games. Older Nintendo games from the golden ages of Nintendo. On stream. I played Ocarina first off stream a long time ago. Let's see what it is. It's like this. Yeah, I've played Ocarina many times before, just never on stream, that's all. So I should probably get around to it eventually. It's not high on my priority list, though. As good as it is, we gotta finish these newer games first. Alright, shrine. It's shrine time coming up, it looks like. Just gotta make it through whatever caves here. Yeah, here we go. Will my bike survive? Probably not. Well, this is problematic. The shrine is underwater. Is there a way to release the water? Is that what they want? I think it is. So now the only question is, where is Frog? Where's Frog Friend? I mean, we can get this shrine first, but... Retrace path. An actual puzzle. Let's see, what do we got here? Can't cheese it. Per se, we need that to be... What's this do? Oh. Hello. Okay. I think I see what they want. It's actually pretty simple. Have this. Yeah, this is very simple. That over. That goes in there. Perfect. But now, where is Frog Friend? Oh. Easy, okay. Just sitting here in the back. Cool. All right. That was a lengthy detour. Well, we got a lot of stuff done. Back to Hateno. So I guess it's up here then? It is! Wow, it wants to go down. Not what I would have expected. There's your rock back. Sorry it fell down again, but that's just how it went. Alright. Actually got to use recall. It's funny how recall, the most broken spell, is actually not really used as much as the others. There's just like it just seems like there's very specific instances for the use of recall, and then besides those specific instances, there's no reason to use it. Ascend is used very often, and of course, Ultra Hand and Auto Build are great. It's just a little surprising, I think, how seldom something as powerful as recall is actually used in this game. Like, there aren't any recall puzzles for Koroks. Just realized that there's not actually any puzzles that need recall. Or at least not that I know of. There's your rock back. Unless, of course, those puzzles with, like, the rock in the pit that you have to carry back up to where it started, unless those can be done with recall, but I wouldn't think so. Where are we going next? Yeah, we should probably get these two out on the islands. Since we're already out this way. Man, I still want to know where Cass is. Where'd Cass go? Thing at a time. Oh. Yeah, let's start with this. Nice and easy if you're willing to expend a rocket. Top of the tree. Maybe if it'll let me climb it. Oh, look. Capsules. All right. One stick and two fans. Oh, three fans. Let's say that just so happens to build certain something we use a lot. There's also these rockets here. You know what? Why not take the opportunity? Restock a few of our shields, and then I made it to the top, but there wasn't anything up there. So where is hidden Korok seed then? Here, let's actually make use of recall. Aha, so it is up there. I knew it. Figured that made the most sense. Well, what do you know? Got a chance to actually use recall. Now what? Yeah, I guess just back to Hateno, huh? We could warp there, but I feel like flying up there to grab these anyway would probably be smart. So let's do that. And play some music. Sorry, just had to cough there for a second. Drink a little water. All in all, I think I'm doing okay. Definitely better than I was a couple days ago. But this is starting to put a strain on my voice. Might go ahead and end a little early today, just to be sure. Doesn't destroy me too much, especially if I want to stream tomorrow. Which, by the way, of course, we'll see about that. I should be good, but then again, we'll see. This coughing fit continues. There we go. How's it going, Squatta? Good to see you. What are you up to? Please, there we go. Yeah, I'll take a duplex bow, why not? It's a fun bow. Alright. Oh, hello. Very far away shots there. You know what? We just so happen to have a mostly useless bow that we can use for this. Ordinarily, this bow is not very helpful, but it just so happens to be good now. Oh, more Disney Dreamlight Valley, eh? Well, I hope you're having fun with that. From what I saw, definitely not my type of game, but you enjoy that. This is going to want... Yeah, this is going to want me to carry some Korok up here, isn't it? Yep, sure is. Figured as much. So, Sequata, can you believe this game's not gonna get DLC, or probably not? It's crazy. Also, speaking of DLC, you excited for next week? Excited for the Teal Mask DLC coming out on Wednesday? I will, of course, be playing it Friday until it's finished. Expect it won't take too long. Oh my gosh, game. Enough. Set it up there. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom might not be getting any DLC. Meanwhile, Pokemon gets plenty of it. Of course it did. And you guys suck. Stealing my bike like that, and then dropping it off a cliff, and then it disappears. That's mean. Just stopping by Hateno real quick, it looks like. I'll pause our music while we're here. Go. And the last one is over at the schoolhouse. But we should turn around very briefly to go visit Link's house. I mean Zelda's house. Lots of pictures. That I assume she would have taken with the Sheikah slate. Sure, we can read Zelda's journal. Why not? People leave their journals out in this world a lot. So she started a school, recruited Simon from the Research Institute to teach there. He was Purah's assistant for years, which makes him well equipped to deal with the needs of quirky children. Yes. Because that's Purah in a nutshell. And apparently she's become a bit of a teacher too. Bolson Construction became Hudson Construction. They built all the stuff around here. Ah. I had him add a secret room to my house, one that won't appear on the plans. Royals do love their secret passageways and secret rooms. A major problem. Don't have enough teachers. Simon is interviewing people, but he hasn't found a good fit yet. Mm-hmm. Oh. This little back storage room was closed in Breath of the Wild, and we couldn't open it, I don't believe. And then, of course, there's this. Zelda's little hidden study here. The well-worn hairband. So now we can look like Breath of the Wild, Link. But it costs us the problem is it costs us a slot. Yep, now we have the ponytail. But it takes up a slot and has no defense, so it's really bad. It's unfortunate. This is her more personal diary. This is about as close to confirmation of Zelda and Link being together as we get. Just her concern for Link. Also, this tells us where it's hidden. He would never expect the torches are the key. I mean, it's only the key in every single Zelda game ever. We've already got it. Okie dokie. Don't worry. She's flying up around here somewhere, child. So after we get this Korok seed, apparently there's a mayoral race we have to do as a side quest to get some armor pieces around here. I have a feeling. Can I ring it with this? Is that not it? Also, the school has its own music. Hi. Surprise. Oh, we just tell him she's missing, Hi. Doesn't bother. Yeah, we don't bother to tell him, she's a dragon. Where is Korok seed, though? Maybe we weren't close enough to it to receive it? Maybe that's what happened. Huh. Okay, well, we got it. So, oh, we've wrapped up a lot. With only one Korok seed I couldn't quite figure out. Let's maybe do some side questing here. Get a chance to relax. Before we end the stream tonight. Is this another well? No. Sure looks like another well. If I hadn't pressed B by accident. I don't know why it needs that much time to load. Get out of there. North well, yeah, okay. Grab it, Link, what the? Alright. Okay. Yeah. Huh? Oh, we have to crouch? Oh, okay, that's probably it. Just trying to make sure we got this whole area mapped out. Oops. I was trying to aim for the water behind the keys. That didn't quite work out, but man, yeah, look at how much damage it does. Like 18 hearts worth or something. No, that's right. I had 5 overhealed hearts too, so that was a lot. Well. Mainly just here to get all these wells on our map, because they definitely count. So many of them. South well. I think we already have the others. No, not that. Yeah. Well, there's a colony of baddies under here. This will lead up to a well we already have. And because it's a well system, I don't believe it'll have any frogs in it. Still, important from applications. Now, let's talk about... if I can stop coughing.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Ah. Ah.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, but apparently we're allowed to come in now.
No.
Huh. So it's not just this that we're doing this for, right? I believe there's some other armor pieces for us to get.
Ooh. No.
You stand before the very woman who changed this fusty old village into the birthplace of... I'm not sure to pronounce that word fashion. As proof, I present you this. The CC hat. Okay. What's all this about Hyrule's trendiest village? I don't remember approving any new slogans for a deno. Here's Mayor Reed. Cece, you have to quit littering the village with your weird art pieces. Those eyesores are so bright at night, they're keeping the veggies awake? It's a real problem for the crops. Don't think that's how plants work. Also, that gentle glow from the mushrooms is probably not enough to keep them awake. The citizens will decide which outlook will drive the future of the village by holding a mayoral election. You're calling for a mayoral election? Sure, suits me. I'll win that pretty easy.
Oh.
Do we actually get to choose?
eh,
Or is the outcome already done for us? Meanwhile, I'm staring in there at some of those things. Oh yeah, that especially.
uh, oh, mm. Huh?
Okay. Oh, you again.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
What do I answer here?
No. Oh. Oh.
Ma!
Oh.
Interesting.
No.
I almost want to do some more research on this before I agree, but I mean, I figure either way we're gonna have to do this.
Oh. Oh.
There's also no need to give them to children, travelers, or any temporary residents like the Sheikah researchers. I think I would vote for Reed because being mayor is more than art. But then again, this is a Zelda game, so like I doubt we're gonna go into into deep politics to figure out what's going on. Just curious.
Huh? Ma. Mm.
Find a way into the shed. No problem. That won't be an issue at all. We have magical phasing through the ceiling powers. Is this the shed in question? Should be a simple matter then. Of course, I'm supposed to wait till midday, so I don't know what's gonna happen if I just go there now, but let's find out. I assume this is how we're meant to get in. That's going the wrong way. Where's the path leading down that way? Surely there's another path. Or maybe not. Maybe it dead ends. Oh, okay. That's not how I would have expected it to go, but maybe we need to go into the other well to get up in there? Which well would it be, south or east? Hard to say. Just have to jump in and find out. Japan's getting the update first. I mean, that makes sense. That's normal. Oh, here we go. Aha. Let's have a look. Well, he's not in here. That's toward a new variety of pumpkin. I firmly believe that Hateno Village's charm is in the delicious vegetables and milk from our farms. Interesting.
어? 마.
New type of pumpkin. It's all it turned out to be.
아.
And now he's gonna want me to give things to her supporters. Supposed to create a signature food for him, huh? Just curious. All he remembers is that it's creamy, melty. Yeah, creamy and melty. So is that two particular ingredients? I mean, I assume, although I'm not sure which. Like, it's probably hidden in the description somewhere. Or maybe not. There's probably a recipe hidden somewhere for that. But at least we've gotten started. But yeah, I'm starting to get a little tired. So I think that's probably going to be it. We'll resolve whatever's going on here in Hateno. We'll resolve that next time, I think. I'm going to end just a touch early. There's still plenty to do tomorrow, for sure. Tomorrow might be another short stream. We'll see. Kind of depends on how much I'm coughing. Either way, it's been fun hanging out with y'all, chatting with y'all. Sequata, Avalon, Duck Game, Time Tree, and Michael, thank you all so much for coming. You guys are fantastic. Michael, thank you again for the 2 months. The 2-month subscription. You guys have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow.
Hey guys, thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, consider checking me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/TrinfiniteX every Friday, Saturday, and Monday. I'd love to meet you. The details will be down below in the description. Also, subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and a comment on what game you'd like to see next, or what you think of my content. I'd be happy to hear from you. As always, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you around.